What's going on, good folks? I don't have a topic for what I'm about to say. But if you are watching and you are listening, the story I'm going to tell is about a Hispanic family that I met in 2005, late 2005. I was working at Master Cuts in the mall. And so what happened is this girl came in and she was asking if there was someone in the salon that would be willing to come and do her hair at their home for her wedding. She didn't want to have to go out to get her hair did because the wedding, I'm not for sure exactly where it was going to be, if it was in the house or it was at a church building or whatever. Needless to say, I volunteered. And I put my price forward too. So we arranged for them to come and get me that Saturday morning, the week before the wedding. That way I knew how to get to their home. There was no GPS. If it was, it just wasn't brought available to us right then and there. But so they came and they got me. They drove what possibly was, I don't know, 40 minutes, 35 minutes to where I live, brought me to where they live, and then brought me back home. One or the other. I don't even know if I followed them. I could have followed them. I think I did follow them, and then I came on back home. So the thing about it is though, I get to their house. And at that time, there's a lot that I probably wasn't aware of, that I'm thinking in this current time. Just was awesome what I saw. What I encountered when I got to their home. It was backwoods, curvy roads, little small town, not too far from where I live. So I pull up, or we get there, and it's this real big, from the front, really nice trailer. But on the drive-through side of this trailer, there is 2 PT Cruisers, 2 F-Ford 150s, the STS Cadillacs, could have been 1 or 2 of those, 2 regular vehicles, and it could have been maybe 1 or 2 more vehicles. I mean, hey, I don't know what to think of that just yet. So we didn't go in the front door, went round the back, came in the kitchen. But when we got to the back, it was weird because the trailer protruded so far back that there was actually another full trailer attached to it. But get this, they were sitting on so much land. Now I go in and there's a grandma, a grandpa, a great grandma, a great grandpa, and I could be wrong about the great grandfather. There's the girl whose hair I'm gonna do. I eventually find out she wants me to do her mom's and her sister's hair. Her husband, another family with their kids, maybe 1 or 2. In total, what I saw, now there could have been other people gone at the time. The home was clean. And the atmosphere was that of God that was being administered, that I can see from the point of view of being in there. And that stuck with me for a long time. Coming forward to 2020 and driving on the road like I do, and I've been through the bottom of Texas many a times. If you ever take a trip to Texas, you will see, I want to say this word, conglomerative amounts of Mexican, possibly Puerto Rican, I don't know, Hispanic communities. Large communities, upscale, etc. Clean. All of those type of ethnicities does not live scummish, as you may think, or as some societies may portray of them. One thing about them, though, is they're getting theirs. They are getting, we can laugh all we want to about how many of them may jump out of a clown car, but we the clowns. Because the secret, they haven't heed to the secret. Don't get me wrong. We do it at a scale. It's been done at a scale where aunts, uncles, the kids all have had to stay with grandma and those type things. I'm talking about in the sense where it's profitable, it's gainful, and no one loses. So let me go to the people that are about to build the community in Georgia that purchased, 19 people, if I'm correct, purchased 100 acres of land. The only way that could have happened is to be on one accord. I don't know the religion, the faith, what their belief system is. I don't even know if they all, how they all come to know each other, family related or whatever. They did it though. Something that over and over and over and over you hear people who really care tell us to do. I'm telling you, it's possible. We've been bought into a system that makes us think that we have to remain beneath. We gradually have a great percentage of success. But who is reaching back for the bottom people? What I've come to know is that most of us, blacks, colored, whatever you want to be, once you got yours, that's it. You won't even take nobody in to live in your house. I say this in no sense to brag. I cannot count how many people have lived with me. I'll let my sons be the ones to attest to that, though. We need to get it together. How many times we say that? Maybe it's because you don't know how to get it together. Maybe you don't really understand what is about to transpire after this election. I'm not focused on no voting. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. You have to be informed, well-knowledged, and decipher when you make a decision to vote. When you vote because somebody else says vote for this person because they're going to do a better job. We've been waiting for a better job concerning us as a people. When is it going to happen? You tell me. Sure, it is. There are some documentations. There are an A through Z lettering of what voting does, what it changes. Well, my first time ever voting was for Obama. What the hell did he do for me that I didn't do for myself? I'm still here. I can't look back and say, you know what? He did do this. Well, I mean, what? Great health care? Obamacare, whatever you want to call it. I know people who still had to pay ridiculously out of their pocket to maintain health insurance, which should be free. And so some people is not going to like this here. I don't even like this here. There's a system in place. Matter of fact, there's a system in place in every state of the United States that is meant to keep us, black, single mothers, at a level of non-achieving. We think that housing is a benefit, but for who? I will say this. If you fight, you can achieve. If you sit, what happens to people who just sit on their ass? They continue to sit on their ass, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger and lazier and lazier and lazier. I don't have everything I desire, but I'm still fighting. I will not allow myself to be bit by the system. We don't always see the system. And a quote that I heard a couple of weeks ago: all handouts are not good. Remember that. What I want to see us do is begin on a level that's small. And I'm going to give you one synopsis of how you can do this. You got 2 sisters, or you got 2 brothers. Pull your resources together. Do a signed contract. Find out what it takes. Even if you don't have the best relationship, but it doesn't make sense if you got a brother here, or a sister here and a sister here, a mixed match. You paying $8. He or she is paying $1,000 rent, more or less. Why don't you come on over here, or you come on over here? Bring your resources together. Wait, I'm not done. This one got fairly good credit. This one credit. But that does not mean that bad credit means they have a lot of things on their credit. They may just have a few things with small amounts and just refuse to pay. Come on over here. Let's take care of your credit. Raise it up. If the means by how you want to go about ownership of a home, but you've got to break the barrier of not getting along. You've got to get along to do this. You've got to find a common denominator to do this. Christ, God. And see, that's what I don't understand about people and the Bible. You don't believe in the Bible, but it is a principle. It is a book to guide you. It is a book to use to administer to yourself, to show you a way how to maneuver in this life, to maneuver as this human. They say lead by example. I hope you take something from what I've said and figure out how to stop all the wasting. I know some people say, you better live for the day. But what about those that are coming behind you? And lastly, and I'm glad I heard this, why y'all don't have no insurance? Oh my goodness. Why don't you have no insurance? Life insurance. It is the beginning of wealth in one aspect. When somebody leaves, do not leave your family in debt, your loved ones in debt. Don't think about what they're going to do with the money. Have the money administered through an attorney the way you want it to be administered. I'm done.